Hi Jessie, and anyone else who watches this, which is probably only Jessie and I's magical unnamed friend. But that's okay, because we love you, magical unnamed friend, and we love everything you do. Speaking of, I need to ask you something, which I'll do later, because that's not the point of this video. So today in AP World History, we had an interesting topic. As of, right now, we're learning about the decline of many classical civilizations like the Han Dynasty in China, Greece and Rome, and then the Gupta Empire in India. And so as part of our discussion, we talked about if it would be possible for the US to decline and eventually collapse, like the classical civilizations all did. I mean, when you really think about it, chances are either the US is gonna go through some major reform at some point, or turn into some other place altogether. And knowing the strength of the US and all the current knowledge we have, and the differences and the people, and how it's completely different than classical civilizations, really, reform is the most likely option, I think, that's probably going to happen at some point in the future of the US. And probably not a lot's going to be lost, I would think. I mean, because of the internet, so much of our culture is being preserved 24/7. So I don't think that'll completely change like it sort of did with Rome when it ended. But personally, I could see our government going through an overhaul or change sort of thing. Maybe not completely overhaul it, but I mean, as this is just basically what happens is that as time goes on, things become more corrupt, especially governments. So I imagine at some point we will have to either redo or just alter our the way we operate. But continuing off of that, what would happen if there was an absence of something really important? Imagine if you woke up one morning and the internet was just gone. All of it, just completely gone. I don't know if you hear that, my Gmail just pinged. But how terrifying would that be? Because not only would so much information be lost, people stop talking to me. So much government, information would be lost along with that, and you can do so much online now. People buy tickets for airplanes or concert things all the time, and you can really buy anything on the internet, and you can sell things on the internet, so things would be lost in postal service potentially, and not to mention companies would be totally screwed over because so much operates on the internet now, and so many jobs would be lost from upkeeping, Google. What would happen? Google would be gone. You would never know if you had a fever or not. You would never know if Justin Bieber was gay. Google would just be gone. Everyone would be lost. America would be so screwed over without Google. Communication, that's another thing. So much of it would be lost. So many people communicate through internet. I mean, heck, Jessie and I met through the internet. So many crucial friendships would be gone. It'd be so much harder to keep in touch with people out of the country, and not to mention if something happened on one side of the world, it'd be a lot harder to get that information to where it needs to go for that place to get help if some natural disaster happened. And I mean, it would still be possible, but you'd also have to think if the internet was gone, would phone lines be affected? I mean, it's ridiculous because the internet hasn't been around that long in respective to the rest of the US, which itself has only been around 200 years, which isn't long compared to other civilizations and stuff. But in such a little time, the internet has become such a crucial part of really culture and necessities and daily life for so many people everywhere that if it was gone one day, it would be bad. What else was so amusing, but once you get started, you can't get off of them. And then I'm not going to sleep at all tonight. I'm going to be lying in bed just thinking about everything. Bye, Jessie.